Book review: Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. Plot summary: Promise Me Sunshine. A novel by Cara Bastone, a captivating entry in the Dial Delights series, unfurls as a tender and deeply moving narrative exploring the intricate journey of grief, the unexpected blossoming of new love, and the profound courage it takes to embrace a second chance at happiness. At its core is Clara Hayes, a woman ensnared in the quiet, suffocating aftermath. Unimaginable loss. 2 years prior, her world irrevocably fractured with the sudden death of her beloved husband, Ethan. Once a vibrant, effervescent soul, Clara has since retreated into a carefully constructed shell, her life reduced to a series of predictable routines designed to shield her from the searing pain of memory and the dawning prospect of a future she never anticipated facing alone, her sanctuary, and indeed her last tangible link to the chapter and verse, a charming, independent bookstore they lovingly built together, brick by sentimental brick. Within its hallowed, book-lined walls, Clara finds a fragile sense of purpose, meticulously curating its literary offerings as a silent homage to the shared dreams that now feel impossibly distant. The delicate equilibrium of Clara's grief-laden existence is abruptly yet charmingly shattered by the whirlwind arrival of Noah Maxwell. He is a traveling salesman for a formidable publishing conglomerate, a man whose very essence is a stark contrast to Clara's subdued world. Noah is an embodiment of unyielding cheerfulness, a touch of endearing clumsiness, and an almost irritatingly boundless optimism that Clara initially perceives as an affront. Summer reality is mission to persuade Clara to dilute her carefully curated collection of literary gems and local authors with the more commercially viable mainstream titles as company champions. Their initial encounters are a masterclass in delightful yet sharp verbal sparring. Clara views him as an unwelcome, boisterous intrusion, a living, breathing symbol of a world that relentlessly moves forward while she remains stubbornly anchored to a past she relinquished. No, however, is not easily deterred. Beneath Clara's guarded demeanor and biting wit, he senses a profound, almost aching sadness, a quiet strength that intrigues him beyond mere professional interest. Though his approach is one of persistent, yet always respectful infiltration, he doesn't directly confront Clara's grief, understanding instinctively that such a direct assault would only fortify her defenses. Instead, he employs a strategy of small, consistent gestures of kindness and genuine human connection. He offers a strong arm for moving cumbersome boxes of new arrivals, shares anecdotes from his own life, revealing in subtle increments, past not untouched by its own share of heartache, and even learns her precise coffee order, delivering it with disarming smile. Clara, much to her own surprise and initial chagrin, finds herself reluctantly drawn to his easygoing charm and quick, self-deprecating humor. Their business discussions, initially fraught with tension, gradually soften, evolving into more personal conversations. Through these Hessian exchanges, Noah begins to glimpse the passionate woman Clara once was, a woman buried beneath layers of sorrow. A pivotal moment in their burgeoning connection, and indeed in Clara's healing journey, occurs when Noah stumbles upon her hidden passion, a collection of half-finished children's stories, a dream she had lovingly nurtured but abruptly abandoned after Ethan's death. Far from being dismissive, Noah recognizes the raw talent and emotional depth within her prose. He gently yet firmly encourages her to revisit her writing, offering not just superficial praise, thoughtful, insightful feedback that demonstrates his genuine belief in her abilities. This rekindled creative spark acts as a powerful thaw to Clara's frozen heart, allowing her to tentatively envision a future that extends beyond the confines of her grief. Noah's unwavering faith in her talents, a feeling she hasn't experienced since Ethan's passing, becomes an undeniable catalyst for her slow, arduous, but ultimately transformative healing. Yet Clara's path to recovery is far from linear. The very thought of moving on, of allowing herself to feel joy or affection for someone new, is fraught with overwhelming guilt and paralyzing fear. She wrestles with the insidious notion that embracing a new future would somehow equate to betraying Ethan's memory of betrayal she simply cannot bear. There are inevitable moments of retreat where she pushes Noah away, convinced that opening her heart again will only her to more unbearable pain. Noah, throughout these difficult periods, exhibits an extraordinary degree of patience, understanding, and unwavering support. He never pressures her, never demands more than she is willing to give, but consistently shows up for her, proving himself to be a steadfast, reliable, and profoundly comforting presence in her life. He understands that grief is not a problem to be solved, but a landscape to be navigated, and he offers himself as a quiet, guiding light The novel masterfully portrays the messy, unpredictable nature of grief, emphasizing that healing is not a destination but an ongoing process, and that solace can emerge from the most unexpected corners. Noah crucially does not fix Clara, rather he provides the essential emotional scaffolding and a safe, non-judgmental space within which she can begin the arduous work of healing herself. He subtly imparts a profound truth that loving someone does not diminish the profound love she held for Ethan, but rather expands her capacity for joy, connection, and the multifaceted beauty of human experience. He gently yet persistently encourages her to seek out the sunshine again, even when the lingering clouds of sorrow still threaten to obscure her view. The narrative builds to a poignant climax where Clara is confronted with a significant decision regarding the future of her beloved bookstore, a choice that inextricably links to the trajectory of her own life. This pivotal moment forces her to confront her deepest fears, to acknowledge the possibility of a new beginning, and to actively choose it. With Noah's quiet, unwavering support, Clara makes a courageous leap of faith, demonstrating a resilience and a profound willingness to step back into the light, to reclaim her life not just for herself, but for the memory of the love she shared and the promise of the love yet to come. Promise Me Sunshine culminates in an emotionally resonant and deeply satisfying ending. Clara ultimately learns that true happiness is not about erasing the past or forgetting those we have lost, but about tenderly integrating those memories into a future that is still vibrant, still worth living, and still capable of holding immense joy. The novel leaves its readers with a powerful, enduring message that even in the wake of profound loss, there is always promise of new beginnings, the possibility of discovering love and light once more, often in the most surprising and delightful of places. It stands as a beautiful testament to the enduring power of human connection, the quiet strength of resilience, and the unwavering hope that sunshine, indeed, will always follow the rain. Book review. In the vast and varied landscape of contemporary romance, certain novels distinguish themselves not merely by their ability to deliver satisfying love story, but by their courageous willingness to delve into the complex, often messy terrain of human emotion. Cara Bastone's Promise Me Sunshine novel standout addition to the beloved Dial Delight series is precisely such book. It is poignant, tender, and ultimately uplifting exploration. Grief's enduring shadow, the arduous path to healing, and the unexpected, transformative power of second chance at love. Bastone crafts narrative that is both deeply empathetic and genuinely charming, inviting readers into a world where sorrow and joy coexist, and where the promise of new beginnings can indeed emerge from the depths of despair. This novel excels in its sensitive portrayal of profound loss and the nuanced, organic development relationship, making it compelling read for anyone seeking story with both heart and substance. The heart of the story. A glimpse into grief and growth at its core, Promise Me Sunshine introduces us to Clara Hayes, a woman whose life has been irrevocably altered by the sudden death of her husband, Ethan, 2 years prior. Clara, once a vibrant and outgoing individual, has retreated into a carefully constructed world of solitude, finding solace primarily within the familiar, comforting confines of the chapter and verse, the independent book she and Ethan had built together. This bookstore is more than just a business. It is a monument to a shared dream, a tangible link to a love lost, and a sanctuary where Clara can control the narrative of her grief, keeping the outside world and its demands for her to move on. That bare existence has come, a meticulously ordered routine each day, a quiet echo of the one before, designed to prevent any jarring reminders of the future that cruelly snatched away. The delicate, albeit somber, equilibrium of Clara's life is charmingly disrupted by the arrival of Noah Maxwell. Noah is traveling salesman for a large commercial publishing house, and his very presence is stark contrast to Clara's subdued reality. He is outwardly cheerful, possesses an endearing clumsiness, and radiates an unwavering optimism that Clara initially finds not just irritating but almost offensive. His mission is purely professional. Convince Clara to stock more mainstream, commercially driven titles, proposition that clashes directly with her carefully curated selection of literary fiction and local authors. Their initial interactions are a delightful dance of witty banter and thinly veiled exasperation on Clara's part. She perceives him as an unwelcome intrusion, boisterous symbol of a world that insists on moving forward while she remains stubbornly anchored to her past, yet knows, easily deterred. Beneath Clara's guarded exterior and sharp wit, he senses profound sadness, quiet strength that intrigues him far beyond the scope of his sales targets. As Noah continues his persistent, yet always respectful, attempts to win Clara over professionally, he subtly begins to chip away at her formidable emotional barriers. He never directly addresses her grief, understanding instinctively that such the direct approach would only cause her to retreat further. Instead, he employs a strategy of small, consistent gestures of kindness and genuine human connection. He offers practical help, shares stories about own life, revealing in gradual increments past not untouched by its own share of heartache, and even learns her precise coffee order, delivering it with disarming smile. Clara, much to her own surprise and initial chagrin, finds herself reluctantly drawn to his easygoing charm and quick, self-deprecating humor. Their business discussions, initially fraught with tension, slowly soften, evolving into more personal conversations that begin to reveal glimpses of the vibrant, passionate woman Clara once was. A pivotal turning point in their burgeoning connection, and indeed in Clara's journey towards healing, occurs when Noah discovers her secret passion, a collection of half-finished children's stories, a dream she had lovingly nurtured but abruptly abandoned after Ethan's death. Far from being dismissive, Noah recognizes the raw talent and emotional depth within her prose. He gently yet firmly encourages her to revisit her writing, offering not just superficial praise but thoughtful, insightful feedback that demonstrates his genuine belief in her abilities. This rekindled creative spark acts as a powerful thaw to Clara's frozen heart, allowing her to tentatively envision a future that extends beyond the confines of her grief. Noah's unwavering faith in her talents, a feeling she hasn't experienced since Ethan's passing, becomes an undeniable catalyst for her slow, arduous, but ultimately transformative heal. However, Clara's path to recovery is far from linear. The very thought of moving on, of allowing herself to feel joy or affection for someone new, is fraught with overwhelming guilt and paralyzing fear. She wrestles with the insidious notion that embracing a new future would somehow equate to betraying Ethan's memory of betrayal. She simply cannot bear it. There are inevitable moments of retreat where she pushes Noah away, convinced that opening her heart again will only expose her to more unbearable pain. Noah, throughout these difficult periods, exhibits an extraordinary degree of patience, understanding, unwavering support. He never pressures her, never demands more than she is willing to give, but consistently shows up for her, proving himself to be a steadfast, reliable, and profoundly comforting presence in her life. He understands that grief is not a problem to be solved, but a landscape to be navigated, and he offers himself as a quiet guiding light. The narrative builds to a poignant climax where Clara is confronted with a significant decision regarding the future of her beloved bookstore, a choice that inextricably links to the trajectory of her own life. This pivotal moment forces her to confront her deepest fears, to acknowledge the possibility of a new beginning, and to actively choose it. With Noah's quiet, unwavering support, Clara makes a courageous leap of faith, demonstrating a new resilience and a profound willingness to step back into the light, to reclaim her life not just for herself, but for the memory of the love she shared and the promise of the love yet to come. Character Deep Dive. The art of empathy, one of Bastone's greatest strengths, in Promise Me Sunshine, lies in her masterful creation of deeply empathetic and multi-layered characters. Clara Hayes, a triumph of realistic portrayal. Her grief is not a plot device but a palpable living entity that shapes her every action and decision. Bastone avoids the common pitfall of presenting grief as a neat linear process. Instead, Clara's journey is messy, by moments of hope followed by crushing guilt, by tentative steps forward and sudden retreats. Readers will undoubtedly connect with her struggle, recognizing the universal human experience of loss and the dawning challenge of finding purpose in its aftermath. Clara's transformation is gradual and hard-won. We witness her slow re-engagement with life, her rediscovery of passions like her writing, and her courageous willingness to confront the fear. Vulnerability. Her strength lies not in her ability to overcome grief quickly, but in her resilience to keep moving, however slowly, through it. Noah Maxwell is far more than the archetypal charming salesman. While he possesses an undeniable charisma and a refreshing sense of humor, Bastone imbues him with a depth that transcends the trope. We learn that Noah carries his own past hurts, which inform his empathy and patience with Clara. He is not a fixer who swoops in to rescue the damsel in distress. Rather, he is a supportive presence who creates a safe space for Clara to heal herself. Respect for her process, his understanding that her love for Ethan is a part of her, not an obstacle to be overcome, is truly commendable. His lightheartedness serves as the gentle counterpoint to Clara's somber mood, not as the dismissal of it, but as a reminder that joy is still possible. His unwavering belief in Clara's potential, particularly her writing, is a powerful catalyst for her own self-belief. Even Ethan, though absent, remains a significant presence in the narrative. Bastone handles his memory with immense sensitivity. He is not presented as a barrier to Clara's new happiness, but as an integral part of her identity and history. The novel deftly explores the complex challenge of honoring a past love while allowing oneself to embrace a new one, emphasizing that one does not diminish the other. This nuanced approach prevents the story from falling predictable love triangle tropes, instead elevating it to a more profound exploration of the human heart's capacity for multiple forms of love. While the focus remains squarely on Clara and Noah, Bastone sprinkles in a few well-drawn supporting characters, perhaps wise bookstore patron, quirky family member, or loyal friend, who add texture and warmth to the narrative, grounding the story in believable community. Themes and emotional resonance. The tapestry of feeling Promise Me Sunshine weaves together several powerful themes, creating a rich tapestry of emotional depth that resonates long after the final page. Grief and healing are undoubtedly the central pillars of the novel. Bastone's portrayal is commendably realistic, eschewing saccharine resolutions for an honest depiction of the pain, confusion, and guilt that accompany loss. The narrative beautifully illustrates healing is not about forgetting the person who is gone, but about finding a way to integrate their memory into life that continues to move forward. It's about discovering that joy can coexist with sorrow and that finding new happiness doesn't betray past love. This nuanced approach makes Clara's journey feel authentic and deeply relatable. The theme of second chances shines brightly throughout the story. It's not just about second chance at romantic love, second chance at life itself for Clara. The novel explores the immense courage it takes to open one's heart again after experiencing profound loss, to overcome the fear of vulnerability, and to trust in the possibility of happiness. Noah's gentle persistence and unwavering support are crucial here, demonstrating how a supportive partner can help someone navigate the daunting prospect of new beginnings. Love in its various forms is another prominent theme. Beyond blossoming romantic love between Clara and Noah, the novel celebrates the enduring love Clara has for Ethan, the self-love she slowly rediscovers, and her deep passion for books and writing. Bastone suggests that love is expansive, not finite, and that the human heart has an infinite capacity for connection and joy, even after experiencing immense pain. As Dial Delight's novel, the book perfectly embodies the series' signature tone, warm, charactered, and emotionally resonant. It delivers on the promise of feel-good story, but one that earns its happy ending through genuine emotional struggle and growth, rather than superficial plot devices. Crafting the narrative, style and pacing. Cara Bastone's writing style in Promise Me Sunshine is a significant contributor to its overall success. Her prose is evocative and empathetic, allowing readers to fully immerse themselves in Clara's emotional landscape. She possesses keen ability to articulate complex feelings with clarity and grace, making Clara's internal struggles palpable. The dialogue is a particular highlight. It is witty, realistic, and reveal character and advance the plot organically. The banter between Clara and Noah is genuinely charming, evolving from initial friction to tender intimacy. The pacing of the novel is gentle and deliberate, allowing the emotional development of the characters to unfold naturally. Bastone doesn't rush the healing process or the romance, which lends credibility to both. This measured pace allows readers to savor the small moments of connection, the quiet victories, gradual thawing of Clara's heart. The atmosphere of the novel is also beautifully rendered, particularly the cozy, comforting setting of the chapter and verse bookstore, which acts as character in itself, providing sense of place and grounding the emotional journey. The small town feel further enhances the intimate, character-focused nature of the story. Final verdict. A Radiant Promise of Promise Me Sunshine is a truly radiant novel that transcends the typical romance genre, offering a deeply moving and authentic portrayal of grief, healing, and the transformative power of love. Cara Bastone has crafted a story that is both heartbreaking and hopeful, reminding us that even after profound loss, the human spirit possesses an incredible capacity for resilience and joy. Clara and Noah's journey, impelling because it is real, filled with the messy complexities of life and the quiet triumphs of the heart. This book will resonate deeply with readers who appreciate character-driven stories, emotional depth, and narratives that explore the nuances of human experience. It is a perfect read for anyone seeking romance that feels earned, story that acknowledges sorrow while ultimately celebrating the enduring promise of new beginnings. Promise Me Sunshine is more just delightful read. It is gentle, comforting embrace, testament to the fact that even in the darkest of times, the possibility of finding light and indeed sunshine remains. It is highly recommended addition to any reader's collection, true gem that lives up to its heartwarming title.